Hello, welcome to another Shamayim Podcast. Well, today I just feel like this because we don't care about prettiness, although beauty is everything in the world. But we know who we are, but we also don't have any identification. We don't have any personality. Major shifts are coming. Everything is getting a little confused. And you could call it exciting, but at the same time scary. That's how I'm feeling. And today I want to talk about the spirit of envy. Because it's something that I talked last time about competition feelings, right? And sorry for that video. It was kind of the unknown author of that video. It's the energies, right? Energies are coming and taking other places of other energies. That's the whole goal of this video. Today I want to talk about envy. Because many people have this misunderstanding, misconception of what is real envy. Right? We all think envy is so ugly and bad, a sin. Right? But actually, envy comes from an open heart. And we really don't. Many people really don't see it like this, right? But it is. Because an open heart gives us the energy of appreciation, right? We appreciate something, we like something. But then it goes both ways, right? If the heart is healed, it would give us inspiration, motivation. It gives us extra boost in order to achieve that thing we see in the other person, right? But if the heart is not in this totality, it may gives us the opposite effect, which is I'm lacking. Because I see that person has that thing I appreciate. I'm lacking. And that's where envy really comes from, right? We might say he's green with envy because it comes from the heart. Right? And it's a really interesting lesson, spiritual lesson to learn. To understand that everything comes from love, right? Like it always is. But is it how we deal with it that makes the whole difference, right? It makes everything different. How we perceive that love, right? In all its manifestations, different manifestations of it. And so, I really want to inspire us and awaken us to this point of understanding that everything comes from love, right? And I've been a little bombarded, so to say, about this so-called phrase that I knew the feeling of it, right? I had felt it before, but I didn't know it was a thing. Right? I didn't know it had a name, and I didn't know it happened. how to say it? I never considered other people going through the same, right? But obviously. But I have been a little getting these messages over messages over messages of destiny swap, right? That's something that happens in the spiritual world, in the astral realm, right? Basically, somebody wants to exchange their life with somebody else. And it's an interesting concept. Again, it comes from love, right? It comes from things that you look upon and you say, wow, that's cool, or wow, I like that, or and I find that concept interesting, right? And I wanted to talk today about it. And I still don't know why, but I feel like this is a message for somebody. And I must, right, talk about such things. And usually I'm pretty light. But I really feel I have to talk about this because you might be feeling that there are several people who are trying to do this with you unconsciously, perhaps, right? Like most people do. But and like I feel we are protected in some way of these things, but also knowledge and wisdom is really important, and there are protective tools, right? To be aware of things that might be happening is really important too, right? To give us insight and protection in some way. So imagine this. Maybe there was a time in your life where you had many resources in your life, or you might say that when you were most happy, or when everything was kind of good. And as you work with timelines and in time itself, you might wanna go to that timeline, right? To enjoy the resources or positive things that timeline in itself had, right? And so you start to live in that timeline, in your current timeline, right? But as the one that travels and the one that can do such a thing knows, is that when we connect with a different timeline, we don't connect only with the positive parts of that timeline, right? We attract the whole timeline, which means we attract the negatives of that timeline. We attract the mindset of that timeline. We attract the current consciousness we had at that timeline. And in the same way, people who might be trying to do this destiny swapped with you, who might get jealous and might say, wow, your life is amazing, or I wish I had your life. They not only attract the good they see, right? But they attract also the obstacles, the life lessons, the everything you had to overcome, right? In order to have those blessings or that life they consider like better than theirs, right? And so those people, something happens where those people that want to do this destiny swap with you, they might find themselves in lower levels of your own life, which means like they go to anterior timelines of your own life, right? They go to lower levels, right? Because they have to get experience. They might have to grow themselves, exactly, through different timelines where you've grown. Imagine a movie star, right? And that movie star was, before they became a movie star, right? They were going to auditions and they might have worked like a waitress, for example, right? Or a waiter. Still learning how to do this for both, but okay, right? And after they stopped being a waitress, right, because they got the big role in the movie, right, they become famous and people start to love them, etc., right? And a certain outsider, right, looks up at that celebrity and might envy the celebrity's life, right? All the money, all the fame, all the richness, everything, all the love they get from other people. And they try by power of envy, right? And they want the celebrity's life, for example, right? But what's gonna happen? They might become the waitress, right? They cannot become the celebrity because there's in an energetic level they are not ready, right? Because the waitress was studying energetically how to become a celebrity, right? While they were a waitress, right? If we see this in a straight timeline, so to say. So the person who wants to destiny swap with the celebrity, they will not become the celebrity, but a waitress, because they will have to go through the level, right, that the celebrity had overcome in order to be the celebrity, you know. And that's what's really interesting. And also, I just want to say that I'm trying to record this video and something kept stopping me, like it's the 6th time I'm trying to deliver this message. But I really feel like this message is needed, not only for this collective present here, because I know you're virtuous people. You know how to look at your own self only, right? Not to envy other people's lives. You know that every realm so to say, or every realm, right, of consciousness. And the spirit world needs balance, right? And that God has a path for every single one of us, right? And we know that we will gonna have times in our lives for richness in any way that could be, right? Talking about abundance, it's not only about money, it's also about money, but it's also about being healthy. It's also about having good relationships. It's also having a good state of mind. That's so important. It's about a whole range of things, right? And so we know that within our path, we're gonna have to have balance, and we're gonna have duality. There are times to be poor. There will time to be rich. There will be time for health. There will be time for disease, right? There will be time for life. There will be time for death. And although we are the writers in our own story, right? Although we can manifest things, there is a balance, right? We mention it. I mentioned this in the channel, that we can try to control things, but we might not know how to do them in a balanced way. So we co-create, right? We don't create everything because of that exact balance, that exists within the earth rules. And I know that this collective will never do such thing, but it's interesting to see, to know, to be aware that such things are real, that energetic swaps, energetic thefts are real, right? And so we should be really conscious, obviously, of such things, right? Put God first. Is to put yourself first. Is to put your eyes on yourself first, right? And never look at someone in a I want other life that's not mine way, right? Because we know that our destiny, our blueprint, our DNA, it's only ours, and ours only for a purpose, right? And so we don't break spiritual laws in such matter, right? And if the spirit of envy touches us, we know that it's not, we know that it will come out of inspiration, right? We will know that if there's something we envy in another person's life, right? We can have it, right? We can achieve it if if we feel like it, right? If it's in our destiny, right? But within our destiny, within our own life, within our own self, this is like, right? And so I wanted to talk a little about this because, like I said, it's a current thought. And let me tell you once again, we are protected. If you are living your life as your main character, as the one, if you are concerned with bringing only good to your life, right? As well as the highest good for all. And you're not really gossiping, being jealous, right? Those are such ugly things. Then you will be okay. But if the gossip spirit ever comes to you, you should know it is for your own good. It is to give you inspiration, to give you motivation, to give you a push, right? To change something, to go after something, right? And not to, it's not concerning the person, it's concerning your own heart, always. This life is about us, only us, right? Either way, I even doubt why I'm talking about this, because I know that you that are listening to me, you know what I mean, right? You know this. Now, this was my message. Thank you so much for being there. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe, comment. May God protect you. May you feel everything that is good on this earth. Even though things are changing, even though doors are opening, even though realities are in constant shift, may you feel protected and good and safe. Thank you so much for being there. Please share this with the ones in need. You know how much I love you guys. Thank you for being there, and I'll see you soon.